Hello, people of the internet. I am Odd, and over the next month, I'll be putting out a number of video game commentaries on a variety of different topics. Mondays will be Mighty Mind Monday, in which I talk about philosophy. Tuesday will be Tactical Tuesday, in which I go within the tactics and strategies within video games. Wednesdays will be Weekly Wednesdays, in which I talk about some of the things that came up in the news that week. Thursdays will be Tactical Thursdays again. Fridays will be Findings Fridays, in which I talk about the research that I conduct on the human brain and how it is affected by video games, and how to be a successful entertainer by capturing the audience's attention. And, of course, Sunday will be Scientific Sunday, in which I talk about different scientific findings. I'll be playing a variety of different games. I'll be playing NBA 2K14, modded to be NBA 2K15, FIFA World, a free-to-play FIFA Ultimate Team game on PC, and despite the non-existent price tag, it is insanely fun. And League of Legends. I hope that you, as my audience, will appreciate how, although I'm not the greatest player ever, I always have a great time playing and a great time with these commentaries. Today, in the honor of Scientific Sunday, I'll kick things off with a bit of research that I did personally. This past summer, I did an internship in a scientific lab in the Stem Cell Institute of a university. There, I conducted research with a postdoctoral fellow on SIRP-ALPHA expression on the surface of macrophages. Macrophages are part of the innate immune system, and their jobs are, usually, to phagocytose or engulf and, for lack of a better terms, eat invading or defective cells. As you can see on screen, SIRP-ALPHA is a surface protein receptor on macrophages that binds to CD47 on human cells, which is present on all human cells. If CD47 binds to SIRP-ALPHA, phagocytosis is inhibited, since CD47 emits what's known colloquially as a, quote, "don't eat me" signal, end quote. So, you may be wondering, so what? Why on earth is this even important? Why would anybody study this? Well, it definitely is important, due to the fact that it could be used in cancer biology, and the implications that it might have on that field. Cancer cells actually upregulate the levels of CD47 on their surfaces in an effort to protect themselves from being phagocytosed. My mentor and I decided that if we could block this communication pathway, then maybe, someday in the distant future, there could be a cell-mediated therapy that could be used to fight cancer, such as your own immune system that could actually, eat it. I mean, that would be way better than today's chemotherapy, which has so many side effects. After growing THP1 cells, which is a cell line that presents SIRP-ALPHA, much like macrophages, in culture, we transduced and infected the cells with the Gecko lentiviral library, which is literally just a bunch of viruses that knock out one gene in every cell, such that we could have a population of cells with every gene knocked out over 500 times each. Since we wanted to see which cells cause, or rather which genes cause SIRP-ALPHA expression levels to increase or decrease, and which genes would actually cause these SIRP-ALPHA levels on macrophages to change. After staining for SIRP-ALPHA, we sorted to obtain populations of high and low expression, as shown on screen. After further sorting to purify the samples, the next step would be to encode the DNA of the genes that were removed in an effort to identify which genes increase or decrease SIRP-ALPHA expression. Similarly, I was able to do the second half of this experiment, this study, for CD47, since my mentor started this before I got to the lab. What we figured out was that there are indeed genes that encode for CD47, and what we found was that when we actually blocked the CD47 on the macrophage, or on the surface of the cells, macrophages were much more likely to phagocytose the cancer cells. So, if we could possibly even block both sides of the cell communication, we hope that we could actually increase phagocytosis levels even more so that your body can fight cancer all the more effectively. This has been Howard Fadul. Don't go changing.